Hello, magical people. How's it going out there? My name's Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to the Daily Astro Show here on the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. We are back this week with our regular scheduled programming on the Beyond Mystic channels. We've still got, I haven't talked to Janine today or yesterday, I don't think, but she wasn't feeling well the past week. So we didn't have the Beyond the News or the Beyond the News Q&A, but I think that's going to be starting up next week on the channel if Janine is feeling all better. So positive prayers and energies over to Janine. Hello, everyone in the chat. Nice to see you guys. Happy to be back with you live this week. I've missed you guys, even though we were on vacation. We enjoyed our vacation very much so. Very good to take a little break every now and then. I did still pop on my own channel, but miss you guys. So happy to be back. And today we're going to get into our Western astrology horoscope for the weekend of Friday, July 18th to Sunday, July 20th. And before we get into it, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic channels. And if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available at the link below, consultations.beyondmystic.net. We got several different reading options there. You can go check that out. Love doing the personal readings for everyone. And also go check out Ascension Orgonite's High Vibe Summer Sale currently happening. All Orgonite towers 30% off at ascensionorgonites.com. Orgonite, for those of you who don't know, is an amazing tool that our Pisces sister Carla is very, very gifted at making, that helps with protection, transmuting geopathic stress. So love our Orgonite from Ascension Orgonites. Okay, and I see here there's a comment. Laura says, "Hi Meg, looking forward to your lecture, but can't find the link on any of my emails." I just sent you a message back on Instagram, Laura, so go check your DMs because we'll get that over to you, no problem. So, how's everybody feeling? We've got Mercury retrograde. Okay, wow. Okay. Yes, there's challenges. Mercury is now retrograde from July 18th as of, what's the time? I think it was 12:45 a.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. Retrograde from today, July 18th, gonna be retrograde until August 10th. Okay, so I know many of you guys know what Mercury retrograde is all about. We're going to be talking about that a little bit today. This is going to be a very, very strong Mercury retrograde, okay? Because this Mercury retrograde will only be in the sign of Leo. And even though Mercury is not in a planetary dignity in the sign of Leo, the dispositor, the sun, for most of this retrograde, starting on July 22nd, when the sun moves into Leo, Tuesday, July 22nd, sun will be in Leo, dispositing Mercury, making it very, very strong. Okay, we're entering Leo season with a Mercury retrograde in Leo. So what is Mercury retrograde all about? This is where, when we have a planet retrograde, it's in natural alignment for us to be taking a sacred pause, reviewing and reflecting the areas of life ruled by that planet. Now, the planet Mercury is the planet closest to our sun in our solar system. Mercury is the divine messenger, okay? We got Carol in the chat. Hello, Carol. Always love when you join in. And I can't wait, oh my God, to have, I got a last minute session with Carol for next week. I cannot wait to see you for your angelic heart healing, sound healing. Carol is amazing. She says, "Hi, Meg, loving Venus and Mercury. Looking forward to seeing you this Saturday." Right on. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you. So, okay, with retrogrades, on one hand, we can look at it and go, okay, kind of sucks because, it's not the best time to start new projects, move forward totally ahead, but life can't just all be moments where we're just moving ahead and everything is hunky-dory. Okay, retrogrades are those sacred times of pause, and taking review and reflection is very, very important and something that we are programmed not to do, especially in our modern westernized society. We're programmed to go, 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 always be achieving, always be working, always be moving ahead. Don't be too emotional. Don't look back. Don't reflect. Actually, sometimes we need to. Okay. Mercury retrograde in Leo. It's inviting us to review and reflect on our Leo ruled areas of life, our inner child, our sense of play and fun, our gifts and talents, our confidence, how we showcase our gifts and talents out into the world. Okay. Personally, this is a very powerful time from now until August 10th to be doing inner child work, to be reconnecting with ways of fun and play and creativity that we've maybe been putting to the side or haven't been putting enough energy towards. This can be a very healing time for children in general, for our inner children. And in the collective, because Mercury is the divine messenger, it rules information, the mind, communication, the news, social media, files, documents, Epstein files. Okay, all that stuff. And it's starting at a Gemini degree, 15 degrees, Gemini degree, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini and Virgo. We are 100%. There's no doubt in my astrological mind, okay, that this Mercury retrograde is bringing forward for all of us as a collective information, Mercury from the past, retrograde, involving children, what's been done to children, involving famous people. Leo is also famous people, politicians, celebrities, royalty, politicians. We're already seeing it, right, you guys? And I think most of you guys know what the heck I am talking about over here. Okay, we've had ever since Uranus went into Gemini. Actually, let me check something here. What was the day that Trump... Does anybody know in the comments what was the specific day last week or the week before that Trump and the Trump administration said, case closed, there's nothing to see here with the Epstein files, we're over it? Does anybody remember what day that was? Because was it July 7th? That was literally the day that Uranus went into Gemini. I'm just trying to figure that out. Bear with me here 1 second, you guys. I'm looking at what was the day that Trump said Epstein files are closed. What day was that? Does anybody know? What was the day? I wonder if I go on X, if it'll show up on X. Sovereign Soul Sam says the 7th. Kate Gilbert says July 4th. Okay, anyways, we'll figure out what that is. But anyways, it was very interesting. I'm pretty sure it was after July 7th, or maybe it was right before July 7th. It's interesting that now that we have Uranus and Gemini, for the first time in over 80 years, okay, Uranus is shocks, surprises, the future, revolution, independence, we the people. Gemini is information, files, and documents. As soon as that transit started, it's like bringing up the Epstein files really, really intensely. As of last night, as of Thursday, July 17th at 9:07 p.m., President Trump posted on Truth Social, based on the ridiculous... I love his Gemini words that he uses, very, very dramatic. Based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, okay, that's just nuts, okay. I have asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. This scam, all in caps, perpetrated by the Democrats should end right now. Okay, we are totally in Uranian territory. Uranus, 0 degrees of Gemini at the moment as we go into this weekend, as this Truth Social post was posted. Can it get any weirder, you guys? Okay, this scam, we know that it's not a scam, right? So Could be 5D chess. I'm not saying it is. It's very frustrating to look at because we know the Epstein thing is not a scam. We know that there are victims. We know that this has been getting hidden. And with this Mercury retrograde in Leo, okay, with at the same time Uranus 0 degrees of Gemini, and the only outer planet not retrograde at the moment, this shit's coming out. This information is coming out. Whether the government is going to do that, or it's going to be we the people, or it's going to be independent journalism, it's coming out. And I really think astrologically that, and you know, the list is one thing. Yes, I do think the names are going to come out eventually. Yes, I do think with Mercury retrograde in Leo, Uranus 0 degrees of Gemini, everything we have going on right now, I do think there's a potential that that literal list of names could come out over the next 3 weeks with this retrograde. But regardless, we are definitely having lots of revealings, information, Mercury coming forward regarding Leo, children, what's been done to children, people in the public light, again, politicians, famous people, royalty. Totally. And it's in very weird ways. So as we enter this weekend, this is the major astrological start of that, right? And let's not forget Saturn-Neptune conjunction. We've got that going on in the background with the outer planets. They're 1 degree off of being exact as we get closer. Let me find out the exact date. I always like to give you guys the exact dates of things. I think it's next week. Let me look here on my astrology program. No. What day is it? They come to the same degree. July 31st, Saturn and Neptune will be both in Aries, both at 1 degree. And I think we're going to have a 2 to 3 week period there where they're not going to be exact until February 2026. But Saturn, governments, politicians, system of life, the matrix, it's being dissolved. It's being dissolved for all of us. Whether you're on the right, whether you're on the left, whatever you agree with, disagree with, it doesn't matter. Our system is being dissolved. We're going to start feeling that more intense as we go into the end of the month. We're still in the energy of that very, very strong as we go into the weekend. So this is very big astrology, you guys. Oh my God. And I didn't even mention yet, geez Louise, Mars conjunct the South Node exact on Sunday, July 20th. So 2 major aspects of the weekend. Today, Mercury retrograde in Leo sextile Venus in Gemini. That's a nice positive aspect. And then on Sunday, Mars conjunct the South Node. And when this is exact, on Sunday, it's going to be 19 degrees, a Libra degree in Virgo. So this is a lot going on. This is a lot of revealings in the collective, in our personal lives. This is also as we go into this weekend, and we've already been in it the past week because they've been within a strong degree orb of each other, conjunct Mars and South Node. And we're also going to be in it going into next week, but it'll be exact on Sunday. I'd like you guys to be really mindful of your health as we go into this weekend. Okay. Virgo is all about health. You're likely, and I'm not wishing this upon anybody, but just saying there is a astrological potential here that you could be feeling really weird things physically as we go into this weekend, particularly on Sunday with Mars, a planet that has a lot to do with health, our energy levels, our drive, our stamina, our divine masculine in Virgo with the South Node, all about release, the past, our past lives in Virgo. This is a big weekend of we're literally cleansing and purging on the physical levels, lower energies. Mars, abusive energies, energies that have taken our power away. And this is, as more and more Mercury retrograde in Leo information comes out, Uranus 0 degrees of Gemini opens our minds, awakens us to truths, very high truths. As continuous, very high truths come in, that also affects not just our mind, not just our spirit, but our physical body, Virgo. So John says, watch what you eat on Sunday. It sounds kind of silly and basic, but yes. I would advise astrologically to eat as clean as you possibly can as we go into this weekend, to treat your body very well. This is a great weekend to maybe go get a massage, maybe go to the sauna, take a salt bath, do something that nourishes your body. Chrissy says, do a fast. Yeah, whatever resonates with you. You guys, hi, Chrissy, that makes your body feel good. We are releasing a lot on the physical levels, Virgo, a lot of negativity being purged on all levels. Virgo is also not just our physical health and body and our health routines. It's our routines overall. It's our day-to-day schedule, work, day-to-day work, being of service to others. Virgo rules a lot of things in life, but mainly it's health, day-to-day work, how we're of service. Wouldn't be surprised if this weekend or going into next week, I haven't heard anything this week about what I'm about to say, but if I have, please let me know in the comments, some sort of major shift in the work field of life of a particular sector, being ended. Maybe AI is about to take over some sector. We've got Mary in the chat. Hi, Mary. Hi, Bella, just tuning in now. Walks in nature, let nature ground you. Yes, totally. Nature, Virgo is also very much about nature, right? Work and our day-to-day routine is shifting based off of the new energies that we are in. This astrology of the summer is very new energy, even though we're in a retrograde city. Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, soon Chiron, all retrograde. So as these new energies are coming into the planet and activating us, there's still a retrograde influence of things from the past we have to deal with, affecting, again, our physical health. This can be a major weekend of ascension symptoms. Again, I'm not wishing that upon anyone. I'm just saying that's a really big potential. So take care of your body, love your body, eat well, drink well, nourish yourself. And, there can be some realizations coming up around your work, around your schedule. And we can see that really big in the collective as well. Chrissy says, balancing the routines to be in more harmony with the new energy shifts. Totally. In terms of the moon, we've got the moon in pretty light places this weekend, exalted in Taurus today, going into Saturday. Nice. Making some trines to that South Node Mars conjunction. So that's helping us be connected to that in a positive way. Then on Sunday, we've got the moon ingressing into Gemini, conjunct Uranus in Gemini. So I'm looking at Sunday with the moon in Gemini, conjunct Uranus, 0 degrees, with Mercury retrograde in Leo. Sunday's going to be a big day of also Venus in Gemini. So we've got stellium of planets in Gemini, Sunday and money. Sunday and Monday, not money. Very big news being revealed, very big truths being revealed, breaking news, historical news. Okay, so get ready for that Sunday and Monday. All right, let's pull some cards for us for the weekend. What does the universe want us to know about this weekend with the astrological transits. What is our guidance for our highest good? Oh, yeah, I'm feeling things are going to feel weird because these are really big transits that we've got all at the same time. Okay. Ooh, 10 of Wands reversed. Oh my goodness, 5 of Pentacles. What the heck? Okay. And the 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So that actually makes a lot of sense. 2 fives, which fives are related to challenge. It's more of a challenging number in the tarot. Yeah, there's going to be some big shocks to some people, to certain workers in certain areas of life. Sorry, you guys, the setup we have right now at my family member's house, I can't zoom in on the cards. Yeah, MJ, change. Right. Some people, and I'm not wishing this upon anybody, okay, but because of possibly some news of this weekend or even going into next week, some people may be like out of a job or learn that their line of work with Mars conjunct the South Node in Virgo is no longer going to be applicable anymore, that there's really big change going on, which at first can feel like, oh my God, I have to work even harder. Shit, this is like, I have to, oh my God, there's so much I have to take on. 10 of Wands, right? Whether this has to do with work, whether this has to do with the information coming forward that we have to support people in integrating, but actually in the long term moving forward, 5 of Cups reversed, this is bringing positive energy. We're moving out of heaviness, okay? We're moving out of loss. We're moving out of grief and we're coming into recovery. This is a recovery card. Mary says it's time for major change, liberation. Yeah, I'm hearing the universe say this is a weekend where you're really going to start to see what direction we're going in. And universe is saying, you know, Mercury is the dispositor of Uranus, Uranus being in Gemini, Mercury rules Gemini. So this is like, there's so much being activated in the astrology right now. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm speaking in different directions technically that don't make sense, but this is like the turning of the wheels where you're really going to start to see more this weekend where we're headed futuristically, but at the same time, there's past issues that need to be dealt with. It's a lot at the same time. It may seem overwhelming at times, but know that everything is happening for our highest good in the way that it's meant to. Nothing is going to be getting thrown at us if we can't handle it. And yeah, it is a time of major change. Knight of Wands, where it's really important to be honest with yourself about this is making me feel like the Leo energy. We're coming into Leo season and Mercury retrograde in Leo. What the F, okay? What the F do you actually want to be doing with your life? What are you actually passionate about? What gives you energy? Where are you procrastinating? The more that you're lying to yourself, okay, the more that you're procrastinating, the more that you're trying to play it safe when you know certain things aren't in alignment with you, that's those of us where it may be harder, okay? The more that you're taking risks based off of your heart and what you know feeds your soul and what your gifts and talents are, that's where this is going to be easier for you, okay? And I'm not saying if you have like a matrix job, I'm not telling you guys, leave your job now. No, because that's, you know, Saturn's retrograde. We need to be honest about the practical side of life. We need to make money to be able to pay for poo. Poo. Oh my God. Mercury retrograde. We don't want to pay for poo, to pay for our food, to pay for our bills. Okay. But we do recognize that where we put our energies, we're creating more of that. So if you really hate your job, if it has nothing to do with your gifts and talents and you're only doing it to make money, right? Where can you put more energy into something that you'd actually like to attract more of that in your life? Does that make sense, you guys? And I keep getting this word the past couple weeks for us, mindfulness. Mindfulness of every action in every moment. Sam says, geez, Meg, you could be a good life coach. Get the fuck off that couch. Oh my God. Okay. That's what I've got for you guys today. And right after this on the Beyond Mystic Rumble and X, we've got the Coco show happening. You can go join Coco over there. Tomorrow we've got the Psychic Tarot show with the Shala, and Sunday we've got Wacky Woo with JC and Penny Kelly, special guest, and I'll be doing the Beyond Astro weekly forecast. Love you guys all so much. It is intense energies out there, but Mary is saying breathe. Yes, remember to breathe. And I will see you all. When's the next time I'm going to see you? I'm going to do a video later on my own channel later today. So I'll see you for that. And on Beyond Mystic, I'll see you on Sunday for Beyond Astro. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.